Hello, today I will be discussing paired readings of Chapter 2 in Reading Pop Culture and Chapter 14 of the Rhetorical Analysis Understanding Occasion. So, in Levi's article, Women and the Rise of Raunch Culture, Levi goes on to say how when women were over sexualized, it was seen as a bad thing. From Playboy magazine to porn stars, it wasn't seen as a thing to embrace. This is the instance that was brought as the occasion because that's their background. They don't believe that it should be a good thing. It's that they felt that they weren't being seen as people but as objects. And as time went on, like movies such as Charlie's Angels, where it showed that a woman can be in a badass, that it started inspiring women to actually accept those things, from Playboy to like porn stars to wearing clothes that they felt, because they weren't doing it to impress anybody. They were doing it because they felt comfortable in themselves. But the thing is, one has to take into consideration everything that they had to go through, because they believed beforehand like, oh, it was bad. So I think as time progressed and like looking at things that helped them feel powerful, that it bring the occasion, seeing that it was okay to finally accept that these were part of who they were and it's all right to be like that. And then in Cody's pop culture's transgender moment, why online TV is leading the way. Before, especially representation of LGBTQ plus communities in media and TVs, there's always a stereotype. They always have a certain attitude, they always have a certain job, they could be with, it's bad why they do this, but they're always like, oh, they're the ones that are expected with STDs. That's not good representation. But now with like platforms such as Amazon and Netflix, they're setting the way, because since they're so young, they have no affiliations to backgrounds. So they make sure that these type of characters have a story, that they're a real person, so especially the transgender people, because before, transgenders are always seen as a victim or the villain. In these cases, you're never seen as one way or another. But in shows such as Orange is the New Black, they're giving people a story of who they are as a person. It's not just focusing they're transgender. They're giving them a life, and that's what's good, because if you look back to what I said before, they made them all a certain way. They all had to follow a certain characteristic. They were never a person in their setting. So looking into how it's helping them, it's really uplifting who they are, because before it wasn't seen as that. They were seen in another light. But with giving them a story, it's showing that they're people too, just that they decided they don't feel comfortable in their original bodies. They're transitioning, and they have transitioned into somebody they can be and who they want to be. And that is why it's also good to look at the past, because in chapter 14 of the Rhetorical Analysis, the audience has to understand, and so does the reader, that there's always going to be background to a case. There's always going to be something that's going to affect something else in the future, or it's going to affect different perspectives. Like, some people may be against it, or some people may be for it, or some people were hoping for it overall. Thing is, one has to take that into consideration when forming an argument, because an argument, you have to look into different standpoints. You can't just think, I believe this and that's all I believe. No, you have to look at evidence to either back you up or refute you, and see how it could change an audience perspectives as to what one forms as their real argument.